A Course in Miracles. Lesson 165. Let not my mind deny the thought of God. What makes this world seem real except your own denial of the truth that lies beyond? What but your thoughts of misery and death obscure the perfect happiness and the eternal life your Father wills for you? And what could hide what cannot be concealed except illusion? What could keep from you what you already have, except your choice to see it not, denying it is there? The thought of God created you. It left you not, nor have you ever been apart from it an instant. It belongs to you. By it you live. It is your source of life, holding you one with it, and everything is one with you because it left you not. The thought of God protects you, cares for you, makes soft your resting place and smooth your way, lighting your mind with happiness and love. Eternity and everlasting life shine in your mind because the thought of God has left you not and still abides with you. Who would deny his safety and his peace, his joy, his healing and his peace of mind, his quiet rest, his calm awakening, if he but recognized where they abide? Would he not instantly prepare to go where they are found, abandoning all else as worthless in comparison with them? And having found them, would he not make sure they stay with him, and he remain with them? Deny not heaven. It is yours today, but for the asking. Nor need you perceive how great the gift, how changed your mind will be before it comes to you. Ask to receive, and it is given you. Conviction lies within it. Till you welcome it as yours, uncertainty remains. Yet God is fair. Sureness is not required to receive what only your acceptance can bestow. Ask with desire. You need not be sure that you request the only thing you want. But when you have received, you will be sure you have the treasure you have always sought. What would you then exchange for it? What would induce you now to let it fade away from your ecstatic vision? For this sight proves that you have exchanged your blindness for the seeing eyes of Christ. Your mind has come to lay aside denial and accept the thought of God as your inheritance. Now is all doubting past, the journey's end made certain, and salvation given you. Now is Christ's power in your mind to heal as you were healed. For now you are among the saviors of the world. Your destiny lies there and nowhere else. Would God consent to let his Son remain forever starved by his denial of the nourishment he needs to live? Abundance dwells in him, and deprivation cannot cut him off from God's sustaining love and from his home. Practice today in hope, for hope indeed is justified. Your doubts are meaningless, for God is certain, and the thought of him is never absent. Sureness must abide within you who are host to him. This course removes all doubts which you have interposed between him and your certainty of him. We count on God, and not upon ourselves, to give us certainty. And in his name we practice as his word directs we do. His sureness lies beyond our every doubt. His love remains beyond our every fear. The thought of him is still beyond all dreams and in our minds, according to his will. Lesson 165. Let not my mind deny the thought of God. You looked for what never left. What if separation was only denial? A Course in Miracles, Lesson 165. Have you ever noticed how quickly the mind assumes something is missing? Peace is missing. Love is missing. God is missing. Heaven is missing. Something must have happened. Something must have gone wrong. Something must have left. Detective Boy wrote that down. Because Lesson 165 asks a question that most of us never stop to ask. If the thought of God never left, what exactly is denial denying? Aha! Notice what the lesson does not say. It does not say the thought of God disappeared. It does not say heaven was taken away. It does not say God abandoned his Son. It does not say truth became untrue. The lesson says something much more interesting. The mind denies. That changes the entire investigation. To deny means to declare something untrue, to reject it, to refuse it, to withhold acceptance from it. So Detective Boy asks a simple question. If the thought of God never left, what exactly is denial denying? Not God's presence. Acceptance of God's presence. There it is. The lesson is not investigating the absence of God. The lesson is investigating the mind's refusal to accept what is already present. Think about how often we do this. We say we have lost our peace. How do we know? We say we are separated from God. How do we know? We say heaven feels far away. How do we know? We say something is missing. How do we know? The mind makes a claim. Then it spends a lifetime defending the claim. But Detective Boy keeps asking for evidence. When exactly did God leave? Where did he go? Who witnessed his departure? What evidence exists that the thought of God was ever absent? The case gets strangely quiet, because every answer depends on an assumption. The assumption of separation, the assumption of distance, the assumption that what God created could somehow become disconnected from its source. Yet the lesson keeps repeating the same witness statement. The thought of God created you. The thought of God never left you. The thought of God still abides with you. The thought of God is never absent. Notice what happens when you hear those words. The search begins to wobble. Because every search assumes something is not here. Every search assumes distance. Every search assumes absence. But what if the lesson is not asking you to find God? What if it is asking you to examine the belief that God is missing? Aha! Now we are looking at a different problem altogether. A man standing in sunlight can close his eyes. The darkness he experiences does not mean the sun disappeared. It means his eyes are closed. The sun is not the problem. The denial is the problem. The lesson is making the same distinction. God does not need to return. Truth does not need to return. Heaven does not need to return. The thought of God does not need to return. What never left cannot return. The only question is whether the mind will continue denying what has always been so. That is why the lesson says certainty is not required. Only acceptance. Not acceptance of something new. Acceptance of something already given. Acceptance of something already present. Acceptance of something already true. The thought of God remains exactly as God created it. The thought of God remains exactly where it has always been. The thought of God remains exactly what it has always been. The lesson is not asking you to acquire God. It is asking you to stop denying Him. And once that denial is questioned, Detective Boy discovers something surprising. Nothing was missing. Nothing was taken. Nothing left. The thought of God was here the whole time.